Bro, acne can make you feel uncomfortable, embarrassed. It can make you turn down invites to hang out with friends because you feel like you don't belong or like you're out of place. And I don't want that for you, right? If that's something that you experience, then this video is definitely for you. Because today we're going to cover 3 key areas about acne. We're going to dive into it. And that last point, that third point, that's really what's going to change you from the pizza face that you feel like you have to the sexy face you know that you want and I know you can get. So it's okay. I got you. We're going to get through this together. I'm not big on blaming people, and I don't want to necessarily call people ignorant, but I am big on education, and I do like to be educated. One of the biggest misconceptions about acne is that people with acne have dirty skin, or they don't care about their skin, or they don't clean their skin. And frankly, that's just not true. It's a myth. A lot of the times, people with acne actually do have skincare routines that are very thorough. The problem is they haven't gone to a specialist or a dermatologist or an esthetician. And so that one key ingredient, that one factor that they need, again, if you stay to the end of the video, that third fact is really going to help you see the results that I know you want and I know you can get. That key factor is really the difference between having a skincare routine and seeing the results that you want from your skincare routine, right? And we'll get a little bit more into this later in the video. But acne, most of the times, actually has nothing to do with dirt or bacteria. It's usually an overproduction of your body oil. Your body overproduces oil, right? And so you get that buildup. And so as the oil pushes to the surface of your skin, the pores aren't big enough, or you're not able to excrete that oil fast enough. And so that's how you get those bumps, because basically it's just trapped. It's just like if you're a water balloon and you inflate it with too much water, it's going to swell. Eventually it'll pop. And that's how you get zits and all these other things associated with acne. So again, it all logically makes sense, but I just wanted to clarify that's a big misconception about people with acne. Nothing is wrong with them. It's just a bodily response. So don't make people that have acne feel bad by looking at them or staring at them. It's just like if someone had a disability, you wouldn't stare at them and be like, oh my gosh, right? Like you wouldn't do that. So don't do that with people with acne, because it can make them feel more insecure than they already do. If anything, by having this knowledge, it should let you know they are trying, they're putting in the effort. Encourage them in that. Uplift them. Don't make them feel worse than they already do. But with that being said, let's hop into the rest of the video. One of the big reasons that people have acne outside of clogged pores, which everybody knows about, is because bacteria is added to open pores, right? What do I mean? Perfect example. Let's say you go and get a haircut, right? I know for me, especially when I was younger, my old barber, he didn't clean his clippers as well. So that back taper, I used to get bumps in there all the time because it's close. The clippers are nicking you. And yeah, they use alcohol to disinfect it, but sometimes that just didn't do the trick enough, right? So what I started doing is right here, I'd use the Cliff system. And specifically, I would use the clarifying cleanser and the blemish control toner. And what that would do is it helps to mitigate any bacteria that could form an irritation, right? Because that's another form of acne. You get irritation, or if you have oily skin, you get those bumps. And so right here on this beard, under my beard line, and then on my back taper, that's what I do when I come home from the barber. Even though my new barber, shout out Taco, very hygienic, very professional, cleans all his tools, it's still just a good habit and routine to have. Because let's face it, bro, let's say you have a fire fit, fire haircut, you know, beard on point, you looking good, skin's clear, and then you got all these random bumps coming up from, you know, a shave, from a haircut, or, you know, eating stuff, you're getting all these bumps on your temples and forehead because you're breaking out. Now it's taking away from the full aesthetic of what you tried to put together. It's going to lower your self-esteem. It's another excuse that you're going to add to the thousand of excuses when it comes to approaching that cute girl, or asking your boss for a raise, or asking for a job, or asking for, you know, time off, whatever the case may be. That scary situation, talking to a stranger on the bus, whatever that is, it's another excuse you're going to add to the thousand that automatically come into our mind every time we need to do something outside our comfort zone, right? So let's take this one out of the mix and move on. All right, so if you saw my last skincare video, which will probably be tagged up above, you'll know that that skincare system has 2 steps, right? Cleanser, moisturizer with SPF in it, which is good. If you don't have acne, you don't need that. But if you have acne, couple other steps that you need to add, right? So as you can see here, this is the Clear Proof Acne Fighting System by Mary Kay. I'm not sure if you can read that or not, but basically what it has in it is we have our clarifying cleanser, blemish control toner, oil-free moisturizer, and then the acne treatment gel, right? So you need all these different things, and I'm just going to briefly explain what those 4 things do, right? So of course we have the clarifying cleanser. You would definitely want to start out with a cleanser, right? Get all the bacteria, the gook and grime off of your body. And that's the first step, right? And the second one is you're going to want to get that blemish control toner. And a lot of times people say, why can't I just use, you know, witch hazel as a toner, which is a good question.
So in the old days, they used to use witch hazel as a toner because what it does is it strips your skin of a lot of oil and kind of preps it to absorb whatever product you're going to use. The problem is witch hazel is really stripping. Like it takes all the oil, which if you have acne, you would think isn't bad. But if it's really harsh on your skin, that may not be so good. So if you use a blemish control toner, it's going to have just enough to pull some of that oil out of your skin, but you'll still have some nutrients and moisture in your body, which is why, I mean, if you're in a pinch, okay, go crazy. But if you really can, make sure you make that investment and get a blemish control toner. That's going to serve you way better. And it's going to prep your body for the acne treatment gel, which usually has either benzoyl peroxide is a very popular one, salicylic acid, I believe. Let me see how you say this. Salicylic acid. That's how you say it. Salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. Those are the main two active ingredients that are usually put into creams specifically for treating acne, just because, like I said, they attack those bacteria really well. This one has salicylic acid in it, so that's the key ingredient in that acne treatment. And you just put it directly on where you have outbreaks. But once that outbreak goes away, you stop putting it on that spot because you're good at that point. And then you want to finish up, like I said in the other video, you just want to finish up with that moisturizer, right? So you take the toner, it's kind of taking some of the oils out of your face. But again, you want to moisturize, rehydrate, and lock in some of that moisture, not the oil. So that's where the moisturizer comes in. Again, you're going to want to get your cleanser, right? Cleanse your face, start on a clean slate. Blemish control toner, that's like your primer. It's setting your face to be able to absorb the moisturizer in the end and also the acne treatment gel. You only use the acne treatment gel on active outbreaks. If it's not active and it seems dormant, don't use it. Just your cleanser over time will help to clear that up, as well as water and a clean diet. And then lastly, you're going to have that moisturizer, right? Make sure that you are making your face rehydrated and getting it back where it needs to be, associated with going outside, having glowing skin, and having that confidence, man. You know what I'm saying? So those are the 4 steps that you need. So if you have acne, right? So remember, guys, whether you have acne, clear skin, or you're just getting into skincare, every man should have a skincare routine, because what it subconsciously communicates to the rest of the world is that you know how to be responsible and take care of yourself, take care of your skin, take care of the temple that God gave you, right? So the only key for this system to work if you have acne is if you use it consistently. If you put it in your medicine cabinet or under your sink and you don't use it, or you use it just when you have breakouts, or use it once a week, twice a week, you're not going to see the results, right? It's all about consistency. If you're in the gym, if you do 100 push-ups one day and then 2 weeks later you do another 100, you're not going to see the gains, versus if you did 10 push-ups every day for 2 weeks, you'll see the gains there. You see what I'm saying? So consistency, consistency, consistency. It's all about creating a routine. And that's where you're going to really see the results. And that's not just for skincare, that's in life, right? And skincare, if you think about it, it's really self-care for men, right? It's something that you need to do. You're investing in your well-being as a person, because we only get one body, we only get one shot at this. And if you take the shortcuts or the cheap routes and you mess stuff up, sure, you could try to repair it, but there's no guarantee you'll be able to fix it. And you're going to drop a boatload of money trying to fix something that if you were just proactive and consistent, you wouldn't have had to deal with, right? So that's the end of the video. If you are interested in other skincare videos, I do have one right here, or maybe right here, you'll see it'll pop up for you guys to watch. And that one is just, again, that's a basic 2-step skincare routine for my guys who may not have acne, still want to get into skincare, but again, you just don't have acne. So Clear Proof System wouldn't necessarily be for you. But until then, I'm Emmanuel here on I'm In Lifestyles. Check us out.